Her fingers crushed the front of my suit and dragged me into the narrow shadow behind the cathedral. The music outside was loud. Strings and laughter and glasses clinking. In here, all I heard was her breathing and my own pulse crashing in my ears. "Harper," I said. My voice came out rough. "What are you doing?" She did not answer. Her veil slid across my cheek, soft and damp. Her hands shook as they grabbed my collar like I was the only solid thing left in the world. Then her lips hit mine. Not gentle. Not careful. Desperate. Her mouth trembled against mine, tasting of champagne and panic. My brain screamed to stop. My body did not listen. I pulled back an inch. "This is your wedding day." Her eyes were red. Mascara traced faint shadows down her cheeks. She looked perfect and ruined at the same time. "I know," she whispered. "That is why." My heart slammed so hard it hurt. She pressed her forehead to my chest. I could feel her breath through the thin fabric of my shirt. "I tried," she said. "I really tried to be happy." I closed my eyes. "Harper, you cannot do this to me." She laughed softly, broken. "You think this is easy for me?" Footsteps passed nearby. A man laughed. Someone called for photos. She looked up at me again. Her eyes searched my face like she was memorizing it. "I should have chosen you," she said. The words sliced straight through me. I grabbed her wrists. "Stop. You do not get to say that now." Her lips parted. When would have been better? I had no answer. All I had were memories of late-night calls. Almost confessions. The way she used to look at me when she thought no one noticed. I loosened my grip. "You are marrying him." Her voice dropped. "Do you think I forgot what we were?" "We were nothing," I said, even though it burned. "Because you never let us be anything." Her hand slid up my chest. "Just once. Just enough." "I am scared," she said. "Of what?" Her eyes flicked toward the light spilling from the cathedral doors. "Of walking down that aisle and never seeing you look at me like this again." I swallowed. "Then do not walk down it." She smiled sadly. "You know I have to." I opened my mouth to argue. To beg. To do something reckless. A familiar voice echoed from inside. "Harper." Her body went still. "Miles." She stepped back like she had been burned. She smoothed her veil with shaking hands. "Go," she said. "Please." "Harper," I said. "If you leave like this, you cannot take this back." She hesitated. Her fingers brushed mine. Just a touch. "Electric." "I know," she said. Miles called her name again, closer now. Calm. Possessive. She leaned in fast and pressed her lips to my cheek. Not a kiss for the world. A kiss just for me. "Do not forget me," she whispered. Then she turned and walked back into the light. I stood alone in the shadow, my heart still racing, my mouth still warm where she had been. As the music swelled and applause erupted, one thought hit me with terrifying clarity. That kiss was not a mistake. It was the beginning of something that was going to cost all of us everything. The doors open and the music swells. Harper walks down the aisle on Miles's arm, smiling like she practiced in front of a mirror. Her lips curve perfectly. Her fingers shake where they rest on his sleeve. No one else sees that part. I do. Noah leans close to me. "You still breathing?" "Barely," I say. He glances at Harper, then at me. She looks like she is heading to her own execution. "Do not joke," I say. "I am not," he replies. "I am trying not to punch the groom." Miles stops near our row. He looks polished, calm, generous. The kind of man people trust without asking questions. He extends his hand. "Glad you could make it." I shake it. His grip tightens around my shoulder, friendly on the surface. A warning underneath. "Would not miss it," I say. His smile sharpens. "She talks about you sometimes." Harper does not look at me. She keeps her eyes forward like if she turns her head, something will break. Noah mutters, "He knows." "I know," I whisper. The ceremony blurs. Words about forever. Promises that feel like lies pressed into silk cushions. When they kiss, the room erupts. Applause. Cheers. Phones raised. I clap with everyone else. My hands feel numb. At the reception, lights soften. Music lowers. Glasses clink again. Harper moves like a ghost between tables. Every few steps, her eyes flick toward me. Longing. Fear. Apology. She passes me once. Her fingers brush my wrist. "Barely there." "I am glad you came," she murmurs without slowing. I did not come for the food, I say. Her lips twitch. Then she is gone. Noah hands me a drink. She almost cried during the vows. She always cries during speeches, I say. Not like that, he says. That was panic. Miles approaches again. He clinks his glass against mine. Enjoying yourself, he asks. It is a beautiful wedding, I say. For her, he replies. Stability matters to her. You understand that? I meet his eyes. I understand more than you think. His smile never drops. Good. He pats my shoulder once more and walks away. Noah exhales. I hate that guy. He hates me, I say. Same thing, Noah replies. Different reason. Across the room, Harper stands alone near the window. City lights spill over her white dress. She looks trapped inside glass. She finally looks straight at me. The music fades in my head. The room disappears. Her mouth opens like she wants to say my name. Then she shakes her head, just slightly. I lift my glass to her. A silent question. She does not lift hers back. Instead, she presses her palm flat against the glass. Miles appears behind her. His hand settles at her waist. Claiming. Possessive. Her shoulders stiffen. She looks at me one last time. Not regret. Not nostalgia. Fear. Noah follows my gaze. That is not the face of a woman missing an old love. I swallow. What is it then? He sets his drink down. That is the face of someone who is scared of the man she just married. And in that moment, I realize something far worse than heartbreak is unfolding. Harper is not thinking about the past. She is afraid of what might happen tonight. You okay? Harper's voice is barely louder than the music. She stands too close. Close enough that her perfume settles into my lungs. I am fine, I say. She does not believe me. Her fingers brush my hand as she reaches for her glass. Not an accident. A question. I am sorry, she whispers. For what? I ask. Her eyes lift to mine. Shiny. Guilty. Wanting. For making this harder. Miles laughs across the room. Loud. Effortless. His eyes slide to us and stop. I step back. You should not be here. She follows me anyway. I needed to see you. You have seen me all night. She nods. I know. Vera appears beside us like a shadow in black. Clipboard in hand. Sharp eyes. Bride needed at table 7, she says smoothly. Then to me, quieter, you are standing in a dangerous place. Harper stiffens. Vera. Vera gives her a look. Not judgment. Warning. I will give you 1 minute, Vera says. Not more. She walks away. Harper exhales. She hates me. She is protecting you, I say. Harper shakes her head. From him. I do not answer. I do not need to. The band shifts songs. A slow one. The lights dim further. Miles appears at Harper's side. Dance, he says. She looks at me first. Just a second. Then she nods. Miles pulls her into his arms. She is stiff at first. Then she moves. Perfect. Controlled. I turn away. Noah leans in. You should leave. Soon, I say. Halfway through the song, Harper breaks free and walks straight to me. Dance with me, she says. Heads turn. Whispers ripple. Miles smiles. Tight. Of course, he says. Old friends. Harper's hand slips into mine. Warm. Familiar. As we sway, her forehead drops to my shoulder. I cannot breathe. Then stop, I say. I cannot, she whispers. Her fingers slide into my jacket pocket. Something cool presses against my palm. A key card. My heart kicks hard. Harper. She does not look up. Do not say anything. What are you asking me to do? She lifts her head. Her eyes lock onto mine. Stay. The song ends. Applause breaks the spell. She steps back. Miles is already there. You look flushed, he says to her. She forces a smile. It is warm. I watch her walk away with him. The key card burns in my hand. I need air. I slip down the hallway toward the restrooms. The laughter fades. Voices echo. Miles's voice cuts through the quiet. Low. Cold. She is emotional, he says. That will pass. A pause. No. After tonight, she will not have a choice. My stomach drops. I am handling it, he continues. Yes. I said tonight. Footsteps approach. I step back into the shadow. Miles exits the corridor. His eyes flick toward me. For a moment, they hold. He smiles. I stand there, heart pounding, keycard clenched tight. That kiss. The fear in her eyes. The words I just heard. It all clicks into place. Harper did not kiss me because she regretted the past. She kissed me because she is trapped. And now I have to decide if I am going to walk away. Or walk straight into whatever he is planning tonight. Do not let go, Harper says. Rain soaks my jacket. Her wedding dress is streaked with gray at the hem. The parking lot glistens under the streetlights. Thunder rolls overhead. I am not letting go, I tell her. You drag me out here. Start talking. She laughs once. Sharp. Broken. You always did that. Straight to the point. Harper. She presses her hands to her face. Miles is not just rich. I figured that out, I say. Try again. She looks up. Rain runs down her cheeks like tears she refuses to admit to. His money is dirty. My chest tightens. How dirty? Enough that people disappear, she says. Enough that my father stopped sleeping. I step closer. Your father. She nods. Graham trusted the wrong partners. Loans. Contracts he did not read carefully enough. Miles stepped in when things were about to collapse. So he owns him, I say. He owns us, she replies. The business. The house. Everything my parents built. I run a hand through my wet hair. Then why marry him? Her voice cracks. Because it was the only way he would stop tightening the leash. Lightning flashes. For a second, her face is bright and terrified. You sacrificed yourself, I say. I chose survival, she says. For them. For you, I push. She shakes her head. No. For my father. A car engine hums nearby. A black sedan idles at the edge of the lot. The windows are dark. I glance at it. Is that his? She follows my gaze. Her shoulders tense. He always knows where I am. Harper, I say. Why did you not come to me? She steps back like I hit her. Because you would have fought him, she says. And you do not know how he fights. I do not care, I snap. She grabs my jacket. I do. I was scared you would lose. The words land heavier than anything she said at the altar. So you married him instead, I say quietly. She nods. It was safer. For who? I ask. For you, she whispers. Thunder crashes again. The black car's headlights flick on. My phone vibrates. I ignore it. You kissed me, I say. You gave me your key. You pulled me into this. I needed you to know, she says. I needed someone to see me. I step closer. Our foreheads almost touch. Rain mixes with her perfume. My hands itch to pull her in. Now that I know, I say, what do you want from me? Her lips tremble. I do not know. The car door opens. Harper freezes. A shadow moves near the sedan. Someone watching. Waiting. Her voice drops. He knows I told you something. I look at the car. Then get in mine. She shakes her head fast. Not yet. That would make it worse. Harper, I say. This is already bad. She grips my hand once. Tight. Desperate. If you stay, she says, he will hurt you. If I leave, I reply, he still owns you. Her eyes shine. Do not be brave for me. I squeeze her hand. It is too late for that. She steps back as the shadow near the car moves closer. Go, she whispers. Please. I do not want to. Every instinct screams no. But I turn away. As I reach my car, my phone vibrates again. One message. Unknown number. You should not have followed her. I look back at the black sedan. The engine revs. And I understand something with terrifying clarity. Miles is done pretending. Relax, Miles says. This is just a conversation. Glass walls surround us. The city stretches behind him like it belongs to him. Sunlight reflects off steel and money. I do not sit. He smiles and motions to the chair anyway. You look tense. Coffee. I am good, I say. He pours one cup. Then another. He sets the second in front of me like we are friends. I wanted to thank you for coming to the wedding, he says. It meant a lot to Harper. You did not invite me here to thank me, I reply. His smile sharpens. Straightforward. I respect that. He leans back. Here are the rules. You stay away from my wife. Your wife does not look happy, I say. That is not your concern. It is when she is scared, I reply. His eyes flick up. Cold now. Calculating. People get scared when they imagine problems that do not exist. They exist, I say. I heard you. He does not deny it. Then listen carefully. He stands and walks toward the glass. Cars crawl below us like toys. You matter to her, he says. More than I like. I say nothing. I have known about you for 3 years, he continues. Late night calls. Missed chances. The night you almost told her you loved her. My chest tightens. He turns back to me. Do you know why we chose that wedding date? I stare at him. It was the anniversary, he says calmly, of the night she chose stability over you. My hands curl into fists. I wanted it to be clear, he says. She made her choice. You forced her, I say. He laughs softly. Everyone is forced by something. He steps closer. Too close. If you interfere, he says, people you care about will feel it. Is that a threat? I ask. It is information, he replies. Use it wisely. I leave without another word. The elevator ride down feels endless. My phone buzzes as soon as I step outside. Noah. Tell me you did not just meet him alone, he says. I did, I answer. There is a pause. That man is not just rich. I know, I say. He is connected, Noah continues. I checked. Shell companies. Political donations. People who disappear quietly. I close my eyes. He threatened you. Indirectly, Noah says. Which is worse? Another buzz. This time, Harper. I do not open it right away. Noah exhales. What are you going to do? I look back up at the glass tower. Miles's office is a bright square near the top. I do not know, I say. Then do not be a hero, Noah replies. Heroes end up buried. I open Harper's message. I do not feel safe. My breath catches. I type and erase. Type and erase again. Noah hears my silence. What did she say? She is scared, I whisper. That was always going to happen, he says. The question is whether you walk away now. I look at the city. At the tower. At the memory of her shaking hands in the rain. Miles wants distance. Harper needs help. And for the first time, I understand the real choice in front of me. If I stay away, I stay alive. If I go to her, everything breaks. I start my car. And I drive toward her anyway. Do not turn on the light. Her voice shakes from the dark. My door is still half open. Cold air rushes in. Harper, I say. What happened? She steps inside. A coat clutched tight around her body. White fabric peeks out beneath it. Wedding lace. Ruined at the edges. She does not answer. She just stands there, breathing hard. I close the door. Lock it. You should not be here, I say quietly. I had nowhere else to go, she replies. I keep my distance. My hands hang useless at my sides. Did he follow you? She shakes her head. Not yet. Harper. She drops the coat. The dress is wrinkled. Torn at the back. Her hands tremble so badly she has to press them together. He watches everything, she says. My phone. My car. The staff. I did not know how bad until tonight. What happened tonight? I ask. She looks at me. Her eyes are empty now. Fear has burned everything else away. He locked the door, she says. Not angry. Calm. Smiling. My jaw tightens. Did he touch you? No, she says quickly. Not like that. Worse. I take a step toward her. Stop myself. He said I was tired, she continues. That I needed rest. That choices were over. My chest feels tight. This marriage is a cage. She nods. And I just realized the door only opens from the outside. Her knees buckle. I catch her without thinking. She collapses into me like she has been holding herself upright with pure will. I am sorry, she says into my chest. I am so sorry. I wrap my arms around her. Firm. Protective. You did nothing wrong, I say. She laughs weakly. I married the wrong man. We stay like that. Her shaking slows. My heart pounds. Sirens wail somewhere in the distance. Blue light flashes across the window. Her phone vibrates in her hand. She pulls back and looks at the screen. Miles. Her breath catches. Please do not answer. I look at the phone. It keeps vibrating. If I do not, I say, he will come here. I know, she whispers. But if you do, he will know I chose you. The phone stops. Then vibrates again. He tracks it, she says. If it stays unanswered, he will know. I take the phone from her. My thumb hovers over the screen. Do not, she says, gripping my wrist. If you talk to him, this ends. Harper, I say. This already ended when he locked that door. The phone goes silent. A message appears. Where are you? Another vibration. Answer me. She presses her face into my shoulder. I cannot go back. You are not going back, I say. But he will come, she replies. And when he does, he will not ask. I look at the door. At the quiet hallway beyond it. I silence the phone. Her head snaps up. What did you do? I ignored him, I say. Her eyes fill. That is dangerous. So is letting him think you are alone, I reply. Another siren passes. Closer this time. She whispers, he will punish someone. I nod. I know. She stares at me like she is seeing me for the first time. You should send me away, she says. I tighten my arms around her. I am done staying away. Her phone lights up again. One last message. You just made a mistake. I meet Harper's eyes. And I understand the cost of what I just chose. Because Miles is no longer asking where she is. He knows exactly who she ran to. They took him. Harper's voice is thin. Dawn light leaks through my blinds. My phone is pressed to my ear. Noah's name flashes and disappears. Who? I ask, already knowing. Noah, she says. Police. At his apartment. My chest drops. On what charge? She swallows. Fraud. Assault. I do not know. They would not say. I pull on my jacket. This is Miles. Yes, she whispers. And my father. His company. Auditors showed up an hour ago. I stop moving. An audit. They froze accounts, she says. Employees are panicking. She looks at me like she is drowning. This is my fault. No, I say. This is his. She shakes her head hard. I went to you. I ran. I broke the rules. You did not make him a monster, I reply. I can fix this, she says. If I go back. The words hit like a slap. Back, I repeat. He will stop, she insists. He always does when I give him what he wants. What he wants is control, I say. You think surrender fixes that? She grabs her coat. I cannot let Noah sit in a cell because of me. I step in front of the door. You think going back saves him? Yes, she says. He promised. I laugh once. Bitter. You believe him now. Her eyes fill. What choice do I have? I take a breath. My hands shake. I have never said this, I tell her. Because I did not think I had the right. She looks at me. Waiting. I loved you before there were consequences, I say. I loved you when it was easy to walk away. I loved you when you chose stability. I never stopped. Her breath catches. That is not fair, she says softly. I know, I reply. But it is true. She steps closer. Her voice breaks. If I stay, he will destroy everything you touch. If you leave, I say, he still owns you. She lifts her hand and cups my face. Her thumb trembles against my skin. This, she says, this is the one thing he cannot control. She kisses me. Slow. Careful. Like goodbye. When she pulls back, her eyes shine. I am sorry. She opens the door. Harper, I say. If you go, it does not end. She pauses. Nothing ever ends clean. The door closes. I stand there, hollow. My phone vibrates. Unknown number. I open it. Do you want to know who he really is? Another message follows. Miles Carter is not his real name. My pulse spikes. A third message appears. If you keep digging, Noah stays in jail. If you stop, he walks free. I stare at the screen. Harper thinks love is the thing Miles cannot control. She is wrong. The truth is, he is afraid of what I am about to learn. You should not be here. Harper says it before I even close the door behind me. Her apartment smells like antiseptic and flowers that are already dying. I know, I say. We are past that. She crosses her arms. Defensive. Tired. If Miles finds out. He already has, I reply. He just does not know how much I know. Her eyes flicker. What are you talking about? I pull out my phone and set it on the table. Miles Carter does not exist. Silence. I keep going. The name belongs to a man who died 8 years ago. Car fire. Wrong dental records. Convenient. She sits slowly. Stop. He took the identity after the scandal, I say. Offshore accounts. Shell companies. 3 people dead. Ruled accidents. Her voice shakes. You should not have looked. So you knew, I say. She looks up at me. Tears spill fast now. I did not know at first. But you know now, I press. Yes, she says. I know everything. My chest feels hollow. You married him anyway. I married him to keep it buried, she says. To keep everyone alive. You used me, I say. Her head snaps up. No. I tried to protect you. By lying to me, I ask. By loving you from a distance, she says. By making sure he never saw you as leverage. I laugh once. That failed. She stands and grabs my hands. Listen to me. If the truth comes out, people die. People already died, I say. More will, she replies. Noah. My father. You. I pull my hands free. You should have trusted me. I did trust you, she says. That is why I kept you out of it. I shake my head. You chose him over the truth. I chose survival, she says. The same way I always do. Her phone vibrates. She looks at it and pales. Give it to me, I say. She does not move. Harper, I repeat. She hands it over. One message. From him. You told him. Another follows. I warned you what happens when you lie to me. Her breath stutters. He knows. A knock hits the door. Calm. Polite. I feel it in my bones. That is not the police. She whispers, you need to go. I look at her. Really look. The fear. The guilt. The love twisted into something painful. I am not leaving you, I say. You have to, she replies. He will hurt you first. The knock comes again. Louder. A man's voice through the door. Harper. Open up. She grabs my sleeve. Please. I lean in close. You should have told me the truth sooner. Tears spill down her face. I know. I step back toward the window. Fire escape. A chance. The door handle turns. The voice stays calm. Do not make this worse. I climb out into the cold air. As I drop onto the metal stairs, my phone buzzes. A final message from an unknown number. You are not wrong about who I am. Then another. But you are wrong if you think knowing saves you. I look up through the window. Miles steps inside. Smiling. And I understand the last truth. Harper was never his wife. She was his shield. And now that shield is cracked. Which means I am next. Do you trust me? Harper's voice shakes. Rain streaks her coat. My hands are cold, but my grip on hers is tighter. I trust you, she says, barely above a whisper. But what if this is a mistake? We do not have mistakes left, I reply. Miles is cornered, and so are we. You have a choice. She looks down. Eyes darting to the city lights below, like they are secrets she could hide in. Run with you, I say softly. Or face him, and risk everything. Her lips part. I squeeze her hand. Say it. I choose the fire, she whispers. I nod. Relief and fear war inside me. Then we go together. We step into the dark office. Glass walls reflect city lights like tiny stars. Miles stands at the far end, backlit, calm. Smiling. Ah, he says. The lovers arrive. Did you enjoy the chase? Harper flinches. I pull her closer. We know who you are, I say, voice low. The lies, the murders, the stolen identity. It ends tonight. He tilts his head. You think you have evidence. Do you? I slide the folder across the desk. Photos, financial trails, offshore accounts. Every piece. Miles picks it up slowly. Reads. Smiles wider. Impressive. But do you really think this scares me? Harper steps forward, voice steady. It does. And it will. Because we are not afraid anymore. He laughs. Quiet, dangerous. Not afraid. You should be. You think exposing me fixes anything. It only makes it personal. I ball my fists. Good. Make it personal. We are done hiding. He moves closer, leaning on the desk. You think this ends with me? His words cut like knives. The city hums beneath us. Neon reflections glint off his sharp eyes. I glance at Harper. Her fingers brush mine, a silent tether. Then we end it together, I whisper. She nods, eyes fierce now. No more running. No more silence. Miles tilts his head. Brave. Or foolish. We will see. A loud crash. The doors slam open. Police uniforms flood the room. Sirens wail outside. Harper grabs my hand. Tight. Electric. Miles straightens. His calm does not falter. Ah. Reinforcements. But you still do not understand. You cannot end this by law or by love. The game is bigger than you. I step forward. Then we play it anyway. He smiles, cold and dangerous, as the officers converge. His eyes flick to Harper. She was never yours to protect. I squeeze her hand. Not anymore. She is ours to save. The lights flicker. Shadows stretch across the office. Miles's grin does not fade, but his posture shifts. He is calculating. Waiting. Harper leans into me. Whispered, but fierce. Whatever happens, I am with you. I feel the weight of every stolen moment, every kiss, every regret. The past is ashes. We are walking into the fire. And for the first time, I do not care. Because some fires are worth choosing. The city feels raw. Streets glisten from overnight rain. News cameras flash like lightning. Headlines scream names and betrayals. Harper stands beside me. Her hand finds mine, fingers curling naturally. The coat she borrowed last night is over her shoulders. She is tired. Still trembling, but unbroken. Do you think they will ever forgive me? She asks softly. They will not forgive, I say. They will watch. Judge. Whisper. That is the world. She looks at me, eyes wide. And us? I squeeze her hand. We survived what they could not see. We are ours now. Her lips twitch into a smile. A fragile thing. I want to protect it. Hold it. But I let her have it. Cars pass. The world moves around us, but time feels suspended. You know, she says, all the chaos, the fear, the choices, it feels like we almost never made it here. Because we almost didn't, I reply. I almost walked away. You almost went back. She laughs quietly. Short. Bitter. Then softer. I kissed you that day. I glance at her. Memory hits. The cathedral shadows, her trembling lips, the weight of what she whispered. Yes. If I had not, she says, would you still be here? I look into her eyes. Into the storm we survived together. Into the guilt and love entwined in every glance. I would, I say. I would have found my way to you anyway. Just like you found your way to me tonight. She leans into me, resting her head against my shoulder. The world still rages around us. Headlines, opinions, lives disrupted. But this moment is ours. I feel her breath. Soft. Warm. Real. Do you think we are ready, she whispers, for everything that comes next? I do not know, I admit. But I do know that whatever comes, we face it together. She tilts her head up. Even if the world hates us. Even then, I say. Especially then. We stand there. Hands entwined. Side by side. The rain has stopped, leaving streets shining and empty. Silence carries weight. Comfort. Promise. I let my thumb trace hers. She presses closer. The wedding almost ended us, she says, voice barely audible. But it did not. No, I reply. It did not. It was the beginning of everything else. Her lips brush my cheek in a fleeting, gentle kiss. Then stay, she says. Not because of the past. Not because of the chaos. Stay because of us. I pull her closer, holding her like she is home, like she has always been home. I am staying, I whisper. I am staying. Always. And for the first time in years, the city does not feel dangerous. The headlines do not matter. The scars are there, but we are still here. Together. The sun rises, gold and honest, over the wet streets. Harper breathes against me. Maybe love is enough, she says softly. I nod. Maybe it is. Or maybe we make it enough. Her hand tightens in mine. I feel the weight of everything, fear, regret, hope, and love, all bundled in this moment. And I know this story, ours, did not begin at a wedding. But it almost ended there. Now, it begins again.